The #1 business show on the planet with over 1 million downloads a month. Taking the BS out of business for over 6 years and over 400 episodes. You ready to start snapping necks and cashing checks? Well, it starts right about now.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Right About Now. It's our weekly business news here on Friday, March 21st, 2025. What's up, Chris Hansen?
What's up, Ryan Alford?
Holding it down here in G Vegas, the lovely social house, our co-work space in downtown Greenville, also the home of our studio. Come see us anytime, socialhouse.club's the website, and it is where everything's happening. Hey, it's spring to sprung. You got the trail and the river right here, Chris. So excited to be in Greenville. We can't all be in Miami.
Hey, I'll give you credit. You guys got a good thing going up there. I'd like to see some spring flowers myself, but everything is gravy down here. It's beautiful. It's 75 and sunny.
Yes, there we go. We appreciate you for listening wherever you are, whenever you're listening. Hey, it's March Madness, baby. We got to get mad today. I was like, okay, what are we going to talk about today? And sometimes, I think macro and micro, and then I'm like, okay, wait a second. It's freaking March Madness week. It's about to get crazy. We got to bring the energy. We're going to talk about the economic impact of March Madness, some stats that you won't believe, maybe a little lack of productivity that goes on with the game watching. We're going to talk some craziness that's happening with Elon Musk and Tesla cars and specific crazy world we live in. And I'm sure if we avoid tariff talk at all, it'll be a miracle. But hey, we are talking business, so we're going to bring it to you. Chris, are you going to fill out a bracket? Are you going to fill out a bracket?
Well, if you're telling me that I can use maybe some AI to help me, then I may fill out a bracket. But
yes,
I don't think I've ever filled out a bracket ever.
Oh gosh, Chris, man.
Yeah.
Cue the wonk, wonk, wonk music.
I like to gamble if I know I'm going to win. And it ain't my game, bro.
Yeah. That shows you're an entrepreneur. Like you haven't been in corporate America, like where, everybody does the bracket fill outs.
Yes. That's 99% of my friends, that know the sports players' stats and they know the teams. And I'm just in the corner, like, where's the chips and dip act, boys?
Yes. Elon Musk. There's an article that says, Grok AI could beat Warren Buffett's March Madness bracket challenge. Because Warren Buffett no one has ever in the history of the tournament picked a perfect bracket. Never happened. Wow. All the games. It's crazy. I would think that would have just accidentally happened just by chance, but it just shows you how.
No one publicly has had that happen.
Yeah, I guess that's been, maybe
some dude in Auburn got it right one year. Some guy in one of the frat houses,
Yeah. He has that story.
There's a frat
I don't know that it actually
somewhere
did.
in the southeast part of this country that has got a bracket right.
Yeah, exactly. But here's what he said. This is kind of a fun one where Warren Buffett has $1 billion bet that if you exactly match the entire winning tree of March Madness, you can win $1 billion. Warren Buffett awards that. So Musk said in a reference to the NCAA basketball tournament bracket. So AI to figure out your pool. This did give me, I think I might reference AI in filling mine out this year. So I need to, we record this earlier than Friday. So by the time you're listening to this, your bracket might already be busted because we'll already have been through all the games on Thursday and it's probably getting into, hopefully you're listening on the treadmill at 5 a.m. right when this released. We know we've got our loyal listeners that do that. But if you're not, then hopefully your bracket's not already busted when you're hearing all this news. It can happen quick.
I don't want to live in a world where AI can predict that, It's not,
you kind of want the randomness, right?
Which hopefully we'll always have because we've got the human variability. But now that you mentioned it, hey, maybe I can make a little money here. Just tell Grok, give me a winning bracket.
Yeah. Chatbot Grok 3, which is powered by artificial intelligence on Monday night. Yeah, it got released. And during the event, that's when we can also do something more fun. How about make a prediction for March Madness? So we're using AI for everything now. I will say this. We did this exact article. I started we're doing the research, looking at what we're going to talk about today. This exact article, I feel like it's almost verbatim, Chris. We're going to go back and the team, hopefully compare what it was. But the U.S. economy loses up to $20 billion to lost productivity over those 4 days from Thursday to Sunday.
It's a lot of cash. 20 Bs.
Millions of Americans gear up to watch college basketball this week for the 2025 edition of one of the biggest sporting events of the year. So I don't know, I think we joked about this last year, but do you just shut it down? If you've got one of those companies where, let's just say, excuse sports fans.
Holiday.
Yeah, federal holidays Thursday. Especially if you have a workforce that skews. I mean, I'm not being sexist, but it probably skews male, and I know everyone does broadcast now, but if you have a workforce that you just know they're going to be their head in this, just say, all right, we're shutting down, or you can take a vacation day. I bet you how many vacation days get taken tomorrow?
I was just wondering that some dudes live for this.
Oh, absolutely. It is fun. I mean, at no other point do I care when Iona and Alabama State are playing, or whoever. It's the drama of the one and done, the losing, you go home. I think that's what, it's excitement because you're you can feel for the kids, the energy and the passion to stick around. They want to get that extra trip in, to the next weekend.
I'm down with it.
The 10 interesting stats here that I don't think anyone wants to miss. Top 10 March Madness stats and facts. These are mainly business things. Go to wallethub.com. You can look at this. Number 10. We'll start from the 10 and go backwards, Chris. There are 12 plus college basketball games are involved in a corruption case involving payments to players. Okay. We started at number 10. I guess that was related to a tournament in the past. Number 9, 64,000. Alamo Dome. That's the Alamo Dome Stadium's capacity for the Final Four this year. It can be extended to 72,000. So I don't know if how many basketball games you've been to. That's get your binoculars out to try to see the court. I mean, basketball is a third of the size or half at best of a football field. And so you're trying to see the whole court and you're in a 64,000 person stadium. I don't know about that.
No thanks.
I think I'd rather watch it on the TV, Chris.
I'm just thinking of walking in and out of that stadium before and after. That's a lot of rubbing shoulders I don't want to do.
Yeah.
A lot of this for 30 minutes.
Yes, a lot of it. Number 8, 0, the amount of money the NCAA pays the players participating in the tournament. I think that's a little misleading.
0 on the books.
0 on the books for the tournament, but they're getting deals with their schools.
Yeah.
It is a little interesting of how much money the NCAA does make on the tournament that none does go to the players. I mean, we know the players are getting paid now with name, image, and likeness and the deals with the colleges. So don't have the sympathy that I would have, 5 years ago, but still interesting.
Yeah.
How many billions of dollars are made on this tournament? 15 million, number 7. NCAA women's basketball funds 2025 distribution to D1 schools. First in NCAA histories. So 15 mil. That's what they got paid. Then what they're distributing to the women players is 15 million this year. So the schools are getting paid by the NCAA, and then the schools themselves are distributing, what they determine, the salaries of the players. Number 6, 251.6 million. The estimated value of the University of Ohio basketball program, highest among all schools, generating a revenue of 24 million. Is that Ohio State? It's got to be, right? University of Ohio.
Literally what I was just thinking was who the hell is University of Ohio?
There's an Ohio University. This has got to mean they needed to get their vernacular right on this.
Because immediately
that's Ohio State. We're going to go out on a limb and just say that's got to be Ohio State.
Got to be the Buckeyes.
Yeah. It's interesting though. That's a lot of money. And they're not even the Buckeyes aren't even normally a top 10 team. in basketball.
Hey, but they bring the cash flow in, apparently.
Yeah, they do.
They got the alumni.
The big alumni base. All right, number 5, 400 million projected economic impact on San Antonio from
That's
March Madness 2025.
Hey,
just the city hosting the Final Four. Dude.
A lot of bread.
I mean, that's an impact. 400 million. That'd fill this room with cash, buddy. Got a big studio here that we can fill this entire thing with cash from what that impact. 17 billion is the corporate losses due to unproductive workers. Okay, this one has the same. So the other one was estimating 20 billion. What's 3 billion? We're somewhere in that 17 to 20 billion range of unproductive workers lost. Just shut it down, people. Number 3, 52x, the difference between the average NBA's rookie salary and a D1 men's athlete's basketball scholarship for a year. Again, these stats made a lot of sense before the players got paid, but now that they're getting paid, we need to layer that in. Number 2, 9.6 million, the salary for college basketball's highest paid coach, Kansas's Bill Self. 9.6 million. That's not a bad little salary there.
It's a lot of money
I take 9.6 mil a year. You know, let's get these sponsors in, man. Come on, deal. You gotta feed some kids and keep my boat with some gas in it. Let's go. Number 1, 1.3 billion is the annual estimated revenue for the NCAA last year. So that's how much money they made. It's big business, man. That's the bottom line here. You know, we're a business show. We talk business. Sports and college sports is big business. Lots of money being transacted.
A lot of money in nostalgia.
Yeah, a lot of money in nostalgia. I mean, look, when we talked about sports cars, we're going to open pack in a little while. And, you know, I said earlier it should have been basketball. It's football. But still, those are your top 10 March Madness stats and facts as it relates to business. And look, the bottom line is we've nailed that the unproductivity impact is high. So hopefully, you know, businesses know it's happening. They plan accordingly. And hopefully your bracket's not already busted. We'll see how that goes. You know, this article is not to turn to sort of a immediate, you know, kind of a fun thing to a negative thing, Chris, but have you seen all these people like bashing, like throwing Molotov cocktails at freaking Tesla cars?
Yeah, people like firebombing Tesla dealerships and lighting charging stations on fire.
This is ridiculous.
It's like, crazy.
And I'm going to let you speak to what you said. Cause I don't think it's as conspiracy theory as it kind of sort of sounds. It feels like instigation. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you really look at a lot of these movements, there's someone financing them. And I made reference to the BLM movement, and I think it's pretty well known to the public now. There was a lot of money moved through these type of movements, but there's a lot of paid agitators on both sides. Right. So like we said up before the show, I go, how many people in their free time are just out, like, you know, building pipe bombs and going to go risk it all because they want to piss off at Elon? You know, so I think some of it's agitation, or did you just piss off your base so much, you know? But I like to think a lot of this is theater and paid agitation to create headlines and drama and controversy.
It does feel like it's just another way, like instigation from the other, you know, side. Like they don't like what Elon's doing with the Doge and trying to save money and like what, I mean,
and they're trying to scare people.
Yeah.
Right?
But what has happened so bad yet that makes someone want to take this kind of action? Like that's not just pure speculation, or I don't know, waving the fan, you know, of trying to spark fires, you know, like trying to get oxygen to a fire that may or may not even exist, right, with things he might be enacting and trying to save the government. I mean, the guy's trying to help save the government money. I don't even know that he's getting paid. Like,
He's being smeared in the same way that the media kind of tried to smear Trump, for all those years, 2016. It's kind of the same playbook, it feels like, on Elon, where, all right, yeah, they're auditing the government, but outside of that, besides drama and Twitter talk, right? Because he is kind of an instigator on Twitter. Elon does like to trash talk a little bit. But
it said most of this is due, leftists hitting out at Musk for his efforts to slash government spending. I mean,
it just seems like trying to blow up a Tesla dealership seems like kind of not an equal reaction to that.
Yeah, the website literally put out names, addresses, phone numbers, and emails of all Tesla owners they had pulled.
Right. And I look at that. That's a way to scare people from purchasing more Teslas, trying to drive his stock price down. Like, that's the tactic I see behind that.
It even lists FBI Director Kash Patel's home and uses a symbol of a Molotov cocktail as its cursor. I mean, isn't this domestic terrorism?
Right. So what we have a militia now of pipe bombing, Tesla hunting vigilantes that.
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
And I hate to say this, but most Tesla owners are more left-leaning people. The people pissed off at Elon are left-leaning people. So you're attacking like the people that probably are kind of more in your camp than not, which seems rather foolish.
100% foolish.
Right? Like, if you were bombing Ford F-150s, it would make sense to me, right? But it's no logic.
Yeah, I don't think it's just, like we said last year, somebody needs to be unhappy at somebody and they need a reason to protest. And then you always have this sort of extremist group, and I'll admit maybe on both sides, like waiting in the background to be activated, right? All right, what do we need? Yeah. All right, we got to attack all these Teslas. All right, get them going. Get the guys going.
Right.
Get the money in. Start circling the wagons.
To be fair, there was a group called Patriot Front.
Yeah.
A right group. And basically people started following and found out there were a bunch of FBI agents getting hauled around in U-Hauls dressing up to look like civilian protesters. I mean, people need to understand that, there's a form of control that goes along with the people in power. And like they say, the world is a stage.
Yeah. Yeah. And they use news and this stuff to sort of move sentiment overall.
Correct.
I will say this, Chris, the good thing that, I like to transition, sort of negative news to like the positive news, which is, hey, I am getting to get every word today recorded in real time and transcoded. I'm getting the notes automatic because of my good friends at VIAM Rec Dot. Look, I got the headphone piece in, Chris. Literally real time happening here on my phone. That's our notes. That's our word spoken. It's getting the show notes right as we speak, transcoding it, summarizing it right there on my phone. It's immediate. It's incredibly accurate. I've been testing it this week. So literally go into meetings, you can have both headphones on. And I'll tell people, hey, I'm recording this. So to get my notes for later, to take bullet points, it summarizes everything. You can run it through a GPT or anything, taking those notes to get what you need from it. But it's that real time action that's happening while you're sitting there. And so if you go to check out VIAM Rec Dot on their website, you can record calls, any audios and meetings. I'll say this, Chris, I couldn't believe it. I was working out this morning. So I wanted to try it to, got to get the full experience here. Listening to the music, I got to be honest. There was a couple songs that sounded better than my AirPods. So I was expecting, okay, it's got this voice recording and all that, all the good stuff for business. The sound quality is probably just going to be so-so. No. Great sound quality, seamless video and audio transcription. We can record on site otherwise. Go check them out. Just do a search. We'll have them in the show notes. VIAM Rec Dot. It will change the game for business. It's already doing it for me. Yes, Chris. So in good news, NASA finally got these guys out of space. 9 months. It's supposed to be like a 2-day or 1 week thing. Imagine that, Chris. You go up into space. You think it's going to be 2 days or a week, and you get stuck for 9 months.
Oh, freak out, man.
Lost in space.
That sounds like an absolute nightmare to me. And I'm sure they'll make a movie about it. I'm looking forward to it.
So we're gonna bomb Tesla cars, and SpaceX, founded and owned, or CEO of Elon Musk. He's rescuing astronauts from NASA because NASA can no longer, put their own rockets together. They can hold it, I guess. And so now doing this commercial space exploration, but goes up there and saves them. Splash landing, gets them back. But yeah, we're going to go bomb their cars. That makes sense. It's like, but still. NASA astronauts Barry, Butch Wilmore, and Sonny Williams returned to Earth after spending over 9 months stranded in space. This is going to be a movie, right?
Oh,
Gotta be. Their planned 1-week mission in June of 2024 on Boeing's Starliner capsule turned into a prolonged stay due to spacecraft issues. SpaceX Dragon capsule carrying the relief crew enabled their return, landing in the Gulf of America off Tallahassee. It says Gulf of America. Have we officially changed the name?
I had to do a double take when I saw that for a second too. Also, like, Tallahassee is not coastal at all.
Not the Gulf of Mexico anymore. I know I saw that happening. I didn't know if we ever officially moved to there. The article, all right, no longer the Gulf of Mexico, it's the Gulf of America.
I mean, obviously, according to Fox Business, it's Gulf of America.
Yeah, exactly. So. I love it. Yes. Oh, I mean, this is the stuff that with Trump that just, God love him. The SpaceX Mission Control in California welcomed them back. On behalf of SpaceX, welcome home. Hey, what a ride, the astronaut said, grinning ear to ear. SpaceX has now completed 10 operational human space flight missions under NASA's Commercial Crew Program. The Dragon capsule went through orbit-lowering maneuvers, jettisoning its trunk and re-entering Earth's atmosphere for a smooth splashdown. I've always wanted to use that combination of words.
That was very well written. Like, they made it sound super suave.
Yeah. Orbit lowering. If you'd have told me at any time in my life I would use orbit lowering and jettisoning its trunk
splashdown
all in this one sentence, I would not believe you.
Hey, we thought it was physically impossible 20 years ago, but here we are with reusable rockets.
Yes, exactly. But again, they're home safe, and it's good news.
Heck
we
yeah.
appreciate SpaceX for getting them back after that 1 week. 9 months. Space
God
exhibition. Think about what's the first thing they want to eat? Like, because don't tell me they've got the space food up there. They've had all the dry eggs. They must have been at least getting them food, obviously. So 1 week and 9 months, they were either rationing really good or, I think they were sending them supplies. It's like, can we please get that steak sandwich? Like, how long does it take to get there? Like, I need a grilled steak or hamburger or something, not that dried, what is it? Eggs in a box.
Yeah. Dehydrated.
It's so funny. My dad, Steve Alford, I love him, but he's got like these prep kits. And my dad's he's kind of that guy, but not really that guy. He's got these prep kits just in case things go wrong. And I helped him move a couple weekends ago, and we're moving, and in his pod, moving the pod, I'm emptying this pod. He's got like 50 of these containers that are probably like 25 pounds each and like a foot, 2 feet tall, 1 foot wide.
I got some of those.
And I'm moving them, and one of them is significantly lighter than the others. His buddy Bob, my dad's 73, is over there. They're both kind of like sort of pretending to move. I'm actually doing all the moving. Look, I'm a young buck. I can do it. But he goes, oh yeah, that was probably pretty light. He's like, Bob and I got into that. We decided to cook dinner to see what we would be in for if we ever needed to use it. We wanted to know. He said, it's pretty good. You got to take one home.
It was what, eggs?
It was, oh no, I'm losing my YouTube button. It was everything that you would imagine dried up, like in packets.
I have some of those.
It had like roast beef even. It said roast beef. But
I got those during hurricane season, so I got them in my closet here. So I've never tried
Chris,
them.
you and my dad.
Yeah, brother.
Right.
Hey, I'm 30 floors up. If the power goes out during a hurricane, I'm just going to be up here with my little heating pot and some dehydrated eggs and oatmeal.
But I just got a kick out, thinking about those poor astronauts, what they're eating up there and dried stuff. Maybe I'm sure it's come a long way. They're probably getting better things than we're even eating. But I just thought of my dad, like, and his buddy deciding they were going to have dried food one night. They do drink tequila on Tuesday nights. They must have been a tequila Tuesday.
That's a total guy thing to do, Hey, you want to go try that survival food? Yeah.
Yeah. Ferrari car buyers are getting younger. CEO says 40% of new clients are now under 40. You've been a Ferrari buyer yourself, though, Chris. You were under 40.
I definitely was. One of those
Still
statistics.
Are. Yes. 40% of Ferrari's new clients are under 40, up from 30% just 18 months ago. Their CEO credited the shift to the company's team efforts. The brand maintains exclusivity with nearly 75% of sales going to existing customers. I mean, which sort of makes sense. You just, a lot of rich people that own them, buy another one, get in line.
They're very strict on it. You can't buy a brand new one unless you've owned one previously.
Yep. Ferrari maintains strict production, ensuring demand always exceeds supply. Enzo Ferrari's philosophy, we always deliver one less car than the market demands.
Smart.
I mean, it's smart. And I mean, I don't, this doesn't have their financials, but I assume they're making money. But I get it. Hey, that's the brand. It's luxury, but you're always sort of capped on some level. But you know what? I mean, that's not a bad thing. It's like, if you're always profitable, then you'd rather make steady income than chasing, because then you're brand roads. Yeah. Quality goes down.
You sacrifice quality. Like Lamborghini's quality's crap now.
Yeah.
If you disassemble a Lamborghini, it's Audi parts. Like if you open the center console of like a Lamborghini truck, the Urus, it's got the Audi logos in it.
Yep. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's all the same, man. That's why they're one of the few that still kind of isn't, mass produced.
Yeah. Do you think Ferrari's looked at as a better car?
Yeah, for sure. Like in the car world, Ferrari is definitely above like Lamborghini. I mean, and price wise, I mean, you can get a Lamborghini much less expensive for sure. And it's not as strict on Ferrari literally, if I wanted to put a wrap on the car, corporate could literally have sent me a letter saying like, hey, you need to remove that, or they'll blacklist you, which it's happened to celebrities like Justin Bieber. They put like a pink color on it, and Ferrari will literally blacklist them.
Wow.
So you have to have, a string buyer going and get it. Guys like that obviously have people doing that for them, but yeah, they're very big on maintaining the brand integrity and the image.
Yep.
They don't want to look, I think, like, look at all the YouTube guys. It's all Lamborghinis and purple cars and stuff. And I think they're really not trying to get into that world.
Jason, are you a Ferrari or Lamborghini guy? You like Ferraris? We have a special guest in the studio today. And Jason, we're not recording live, so you can, do you like Ferraris? Yeah. Like, I think you'd take one, right? If Chris wanted to buy you one. I liked your Ferrari, so
yeah, good ride.
It's not to like. I'll let you keep getting them. I'll get to live vicariously through you.
It's better to have friends with them than own one, like a boat, right?
You can come stay on my houseboat. If you let me drive your Ferrari.
That's fair trade.
And, I knew we'd get to tariffs at some point.
Yeah, I can't avoid it because it's still there. The elephant in the room.
Splurge or save. Americans struggle as tariffs hit economy. I think it's maybe the first part of that I would agree with. I don't know if the tariffs have definitively hit the economy. I think the perception and the sentiment has hit. Rising uncertainty, households are saving more and spending less amid concerns over tariffs and a possible economic shutdown. Retail sales declined last month, and companies like Walmart and Delta are reporting weakened demand. The Fed is set to hold interest rates steady, but the path forward is uncertain as tariffs could raise prices and slow growth. I mean, we talked about this last week, and it holds true for me. I think the administration needs to paint the picture of where we're headed with the tariff stuff. The tariff wars are not good for us. And we share articles and opinion on articles here. We can't go fact check every single thing. We go kind of by our own opinion and sentiment of what we feel in our circles. And I think that this feels accurate to what I see and sense as far as the overall sentiment. That's why I think the interest rates got to go down. It's like lower the rates. We got to get, people refinancing, get some more money, get the sentiment higher. And this is where I think the administration really needs to paint the picture of, okay, what next? We need a
roadmap because we need cash moving. Cash is not moving. That's a problem for everybody.
Yeah. The people that have it are keeping it in savings, pushing it into gold or whatever.
Yeah.
So, as it relates to this, Chris, what are we seeing on the crypto front?
Crypto's still, it's following suit with everything else. It's down. It's sticking down, even with the announcement of the strategic reserve, which then I then saw the IMF, International Monetary Fund, was essentially telling the administration they needed to get rid of that, to get rid of the strategic Bitcoin reserve. So, kind of like you said, the general sentiment is just very low right now. And that's, the market tells us that, but also in my circles and my big crypto buddies, everything is real quiet. And I can say that on the job market front. I have a lot of friends actually that are switching careers, changing careers. It's pretty quiet on that front too.
XRP's up 12% today. We record on Wednesday. So
there you go.
But it's Bitcoin's up 3% today. We're having a little pump today, but I'm down 700 on the month.
700%?
$700 in this one account. I got multiple accounts with crypto. There's one account where I keep the XRP. It's down 700, which as a percentage is not really that much. It's like 3% or something.
No, honestly, I'm not even looking at my stuff because I just know the market's down. So I'm just
I still want to buy. I think XRP is going to go to like $5.
Oh, I totally agree. Like, I think now is definitely a time to buy.
Yeah.
If you got capital, I would put it in.
Exactly. Where do you think we're headed with all the decentralization overall? You think
it's a great question. Where do I want to go, or are we going to go? That's really, let's be real. That's what runs the world, money, right? The Federal Reserve and the control of money. So when you're introducing, this decentralized cryptocurrency, that doesn't appeal to the people that want to control. So I hope it continues, and I hope people can, what we really need as a society is to adopt and to educate people.
Yes.
When you and me realize we can do a real estate transaction and not involve a bunch of banks and paperwork and all this stuff, and everything's tracked on the blockchain, right? It's like, it's actually much more transparency for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the so-called transparency that happens now only helps one person.
Right.
One side, the banks or the realtors or, title company. Like the system, right?
Right.
It's not transparency for you and I.
It's put a bunch of hands in the middle of you and I doing a negotiating or barter. If you want to really get down to it, right? And just as far as ease of use, when it comes to sending money, especially international money, you can do it in 2 minutes. Just, and obviously that's not something everyone deals with, but I know you with the business, even wiring money, paying vendors, stuff like that. You don't have to wait 3 to 5 days for something to clear. It'll clear in 3 minutes.
Yes.
And you don't need to worry about the bank and the wire fees and they're holding this and that. It's just, we all pretty much are using digital money as it is right now, right? You're using Apple Pay and stuff. And that's where I think when people realize that sending crypto is as simple as using Apple Pay, that's where we get some real movement,
And look, this is what they fall on. And there's probably some truth. When it's as easy and as sort of unregulated to a degree, the concern is, fraud or, hey, if your grandmother could transfer something in 2 seconds without the checks and balances and no recourse, is that the right thing? Right. I think that's where the sort of old guard stands.
However, I got scammed 2 years ago. The bank didn't refund me.
Yeah.
They don't, even if you have your cash in there, they'll insure it up to $250K. Right.
Yeah. So
it's like, even that, when they talk about, money laundering, that's what they usually go to with crypto, right? The cartels and money laundering. And it's like, you are the cartels. Like, you're not doing me any favors.
Exactly.
When has the bank helped me out? You know what I mean? No. So that whole argument, when people start defending the banks, it's like people defending their insurance companies.
That's right.
They just make money off you. They're not fulfilling their part of the agreement for the most part.
Yeah. I'm posting a lot about that. I'm actually getting back on the old X. It's hard not to say Twitter, Chris. I don't even know.
No,
but Digital Innovation for America, I'm partnering with them. The voice for Americans who seek to harness the promise of blockchain and digital assets for a more empowered future. I am reposting a lot of their articles. Go check them out. It's interesting. It's education. And that's at the end of the day, Chris, Chris and I do a couple shows together. We do this and Vibe Science. We're trying to educate. We've got opinions. You can love, hate, dismiss our opinion, but we're trying to educate and bring all sides here. We take the BS out of business and we call it like we see it. And regulation and having someone's hand and supposed protection on every transaction you do and it's about as un-American as it gets. The irony is,
at what point do we take responsibility as individuals?
Yeah.
Because when it comes down to it, they're not protecting you.
No, they're not protecting you.
They want your money.
Digital Innovation for America. Check them out. DIFA, DIFA USA on X. But interesting articles, a lot of insight. I've kind of, you and I have been in this camp and we talk about crypto and we do this, but I want to make sure we're doing a good job of explaining why we talk about it and why we think there's power in it. And it's about the speculation of stock / crypto coins and memes and all that sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, it's really about countercurrency and other ways to get people out of these transactions and the time and the money involved. That's the shit that's just got me fired up. Because I do transfer, if I got to pay somebody and it's just anything remotely where they're trying not to deal with a bank or something, it's just a pain in the rear, Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all we've got today, Chris, other than, our normal, my good friends at Panini, they're going to start sending me some cards because, the sports cards business, that's where, hey, the index on sports cards trading, Jason, you wouldn't believe how popular they are. And our audience is getting to learn firsthand. I should have brought my March Madness cards, but I didn't. All I've got today is the football cards. So going to be opening our football card pack here. Hey, this is that hanger box. So here's some good insight, guys. I opened one of these boxes on the show. I think it was the first one that I actually opened. And it was that pack that I was like, dude, there's like $300 worth of cards in here. I sold the most valuable card that was in the box for $150 on eBay this week. So that's real money. So real money, Chris, $150 from a card on this show. You can get down with that, right?
You splitting profits with your boys?
Maybe.
Or you're like, oh, daddy, you find it. Here's your little commission. Daddy keeps the split.
Yeah. No, I'm paying them by the hour while they're training, learning. That's why you got to go. Hey, look, we got to pay for the college fund here. So go check it out at breakingrad.com. Breaking Rad. You like that play on words, Chris, don't you?
You're good at that.
I'm a good words.
There's the sound.
Here we go.
Right,
holding it down. This is the hanger box from Prism Football. It's a big retail. It's one of the most popular retail packages and cards. You got the pink prisms and whatever. You can see the color coming out the side, Chris. Already feeling the excitement. Up. Okay. These are your base cards. Old Debo, who just got traded. Kyler Murray, Kirk Cousins, Eric Dickerson. Hey, Travis Etienne, Clemson player. My boys love him. I always pull out the Clemson guys. Justin Jefferson, one of the best. Andy Reid. Okay. This would be there's always these cards that you think are one thing and they're not. You're hoping for a Brock Bowers who plays for the Raiders. This is the other receiver rookie that's not Brock Bowers. This would be what they call a full, like, you think that's what you are because you're sliding it. You see the rookie card and you see the Raiders. You're thinking it's Brock Bowers and it's not. But we don't hate you, Dylan. These are those special pink cards. Anthony Richardson, he needs to get it together. Wesley Welker, Ray Davis, good running back, played at Kentucky. Marshawn Lloyd. Hey, Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a wave. That's a good card there. One of the best receivers to come out of the draft, another rookie card. There you have it, Chris. Lots of excitement. You'd be watching the YouTube channel to see the players that we're getting from our Prism NFL. That's the best card in the back. See, look at the hollow. Look at the foil. Like the shiny. Oh, yes. All right. I'm going to send these home with Jason today as another part of his birthday gift. We'll see. All right. Thanks. Oh, Chris, any final words, my friend?
Everyone, as always, have a great weekend. Enjoy springtime. Get some sun.
Yes.
Drink water.
Yes. Get your brackets. Enjoy it. Add to that unproductive.
Hydrate between your beers.
Yeah, exactly. All those things. We appreciate everyone for listening. Check us out, ryanisright.com. Find all the highlight clips, the full episodes, link to our sponsors, and where to find us on social media. Chris Burby Hansen on Instagram. I'm Ryan Alford. We'll see you next time on Right About Now.
This has been Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. Visit ryanisright.com for full audio and video versions of the show or to inquire about sponsorship opportunities. Thanks for listening. This is Right About Now with Ryan Alford, a Radcast Network production. We are the #1 business show on the planet with over 1 million downloads a month. Taking the BS out of business for over 6 years and over 400 episodes. You ready to start snapping necks and cashing checks? Well, it starts right about now.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Right About Now. It's our weekly business news here on Friday, March 21st, 2025. What's up, Chris Hansen?
What's up, Ryan Alford?
Holding it down here in G Vegas, the lovely Social House, our co-work space in downtown Greenville, also the home of our studio. Come see us anytime. Socialhouse.club's the website, and it is where everything's happening. Hey, it's spring to sprung. You got the trail and the river right here, Chris. So excited to be in Greenville. We can't all be in Miami.
Hey, I'll give you credit. You guys got a good thing going up there. I'd like to see some spring flowers myself, but everything is gravy down here. It's beautiful. It's 75 and sunny.
Yes, there we go. We appreciate you for listening wherever you are, whenever you're listening. Hey, it's March Madness, baby. We got to get mad today. I was like, okay, what are we going to talk about today? And sometimes, I think